I remember the first time I looked up at the sky and realized how fragile our world had become. Earth was no longer the thriving planet it once was. Ghostly alien creatures called phantoms had arrived on a meteor and were devouring life wherever they went. Most of humanity lived inside protective barrier cities, fearful of what waited outside. But I didn't have that luxury. I carried a mission inside me and a secret. I am Dr. Aki Ross, and this is my story. The first time I saw the phantoms, I thought the world was already lost. These ghost-like creatures drifted across our cities and wastelands, stripping away life with a single touch. Humanity had been driven into walled barrier cities, safe only beneath shields of pure energy. Yet, outside those walls, our planet was fading. The forests, the deserts, the oceans. All haunted, all dying. But I carried something inside me no one else did. A phantom particle embedded in my chest. Most people would have died instantly. Somehow, I survived. That survival came with visions, dreams of another world, alien landscapes, and towering spirits calling to me. I didn't know why. I only knew what mattered. My mentor, Dr. Sid, believed the same. He taught me that Earth itself was alive, that our planet carried its own spirit, a living essence called Gaia. The phantoms weren't just monsters, they were displaced souls, trapped between worlds after their own planet's destruction. The only way to restore balance was not through weapons, but through harmony. We had to gather 8 spirits, pure life forms that resonated with Gaia's frequency. 8 pieces of a puzzle that, when united, could heal the wound the phantoms had left. That became my mission, my burden, my hope. But the military did not share that vision. General Hein, proud and arrogant, saw me as nothing more than a dreamer. He commanded the Zeus cannon, a colossal weapon orbiting above the Earth. To him, the answer was simple. Fire the cannon up the alien crater where the phantoms had landed. Burn them out. End of story. He did not care that such force could harm Gaia herself. He believed in destruction, not balance. And so every step of my journey, I walked a tightrope between science and war, between healing and annihilation. That's when Gray returned to my life. Captain Gray Edwards, leader of the Deep Eyes Squad. We had a history, one I never fully let go of. Time and loss had built walls between us. But when I saw him again, brave, steady, and impossibly human in the face of chaos, my heart stirred. Gray and his team became my shield. Neil, Ryan, Jane, soldiers who risked everything not because they fully believed in my mission, but because they trusted Gray. And Gray, he trusted me, even when doubt clouded his eyes. With every spirit we found, we drew closer to something greater. My dreams grew stronger. I walked through alien deserts under a blood-red sky. I saw an entire race wiped out, their souls torn free as their planet shattered. The phantoms weren't evil, they were lost. Fragments of a tragedy so ancient and immense it still echoed across galaxies. They wandered Earth, bound in sorrow, unable to rest. When I woke, I knew. We weren't fighting monsters. We were trying to heal a wound. But Hein would not listen. He called me naive. He called Dr. Sid a fool. And when the council hesitated, he grew desperate. He launched the Zeus cannon against orders, striking the crater with brutal force. The Earth shuddered. Gaia trembled. And in that instant, Hein doomed us all. The phantoms surged stronger, feeding on the chaos. The barrier cities faltered. The world collapsed around us. In those final moments, there was only one chance left. We had gathered the 8 spirits. The key was ready, but it required a sacrifice. Gray! My Gray! He saw what had to be done. He carried the last piece into the heart of the storm, even as the phantoms closed in. His life, his spirit, became the final spark we sought. I reached for him, but it was too late. His sacrifice ignited the harmony we had sought. The spirits resonated together, a brilliant wave that lifted the phantoms into the sky. They dissolved into light, finally released from their endless torment. For a heartbeat, the earth was still. And then Gaia breathed again. Gray was gone. His touch, his voice, his strength, all that remained was the echo of his final smile. I carry that with me now, as I stand on the scarred surface of a planet reborn. The war is over, the phantoms are gone, but my heart knows the truth. Healing always comes with loss. Life is not about domination. It's about connection, about listening, about balance. I am Dr. Aki Ross. I survived because I believed in the spirit of this world. And though I walk forward alone, I believe Gaia will guide me. Because life always finds a way to endure.